Today marks 1 year since Jared Bridegan was murdered in a Jacksonville Beach neighborhood. Jacksonville Beach police say someone placed a tire in the road outside the sanctuary neighborhood, and when he stopped to move it, someone shot him multiple times in a targeted attack. And this man, Henry Tennant, has since been arrested for Jared's murder, and police say he was a piece of a greater conspiracy to kill the father of four. The one other person in the car when Jared was murdered, Bridegan's 2-year-old daughter, Bexley, strapped in her car seat in the back seat. She was not hurt, but was thrust into the center of a nightmare situation. As Jared's widow and Bexley's mother, Kirsten Bridegan, reflected back on that night, she decided to turn her grief into a mission for good. And she spoke with our Katie Jeffries about the purpose behind the Bexley Box.
After Bexley Bridegan witnessed the unimaginable on this stretch of roadway, she was taken to the Jacksonville Beach Police Department. But all officers had to comfort her was a coloring book, some crayons, and this little plush police toy. In thinking back on Bexley's experience that night, Kirsten Bridegan says she thought of a way she could help, and hence the Bexley Box was born.
Daddy,
The love is undeniable.
Oh, thank you. That's beautiful.
It's a great picture, Daddy.
Between Bexley and her
I
dad.
see it. That's a beautiful flower.
So losing him in front of her, then being surrounded by strangers, bright lights and sirens, was a lot for little Bexley to try and process. Sergeant Tanya Tater with the Jacksonville Beach Police Department was with Bexley that night at the police station after her father was ambushed and murdered.
It was very difficult because she was here for a while before her mom got here, and then me being a stranger to her not knowing who I am, and obviously the trauma she just went through, you try to do the best that you can.
She says they tried coloring, making up games to play, and spent time with the station therapy dog Jamie, but there was little else at the station to comfort Bexley. In the months after Jared's murder, what Bexley went through that night as well weighed heavily on her mother's mind.
You know, as a mother, you want to do everything you can for your child. And while the officers did their best with what they had, I had wished that there was more to distract her, more snacks that she was familiar with and liked, you know, a sippy cup. I decided, like, we can make a difference for other kids, and it would help Bexley and I kind of work through some of those things together and give us an outlet for some of the grief that we're going through.
The idea then moved into a post on Instagram.
So I've decided to create Bexley boxes,
pointing towards a registry of diapers, toys for various ages, formula, snacks, and other items to fill the first Bexley box. The response was overwhelming.
It was like box upon box and box, and Bexley got so excited to open the door and just like bring them all in and unpack them and organize them. It was incredible.
Kirsten says she was blown away by the generosity.
Entire Target registry has been purchased.
And the response from law enforcement that the need for something like a Bexley box is there. She says it gave her a way to focus her thoughts and energy on something that would honor Jared's legacy, even in the midst of the pain.
There's still grief, but we're learning how to live with it and kind of shift the energy that goes towards the sadness into something more positive, like what can we do with this, rather than just wallowing in it. Like let's shift that energy and that focus somewhere else, and that's where the Bexley boxes are coming from.
The first Bexley box going to the Jacksonville Beach Police Department, a full circle moment for Kirsten, Bexley, and the officers that were with them that night. As the donations continued to come in, Kirsten and members of Jared's family established the Bridegan Foundation, with the goal of providing a Bexley box full of comfort items and necessities for children to any police station or sheriff's office that needs one. They've delivered multiple Bexley boxes around our area, and even one to a police station in Texas. Sergeant Tater says the Bexley box at Jacksonville Beach has already helped children that have had to spend time at the station, and she is continually impressed with the strength Kirsten has shown over the last year.
Very, very amazed with her strength, that she's reached deep down and she's found that. She's tried to turn this horrific event in her life and that of her children into something, you know, to make something positive out of this horrible event. So for her to move forward and say, let's do something good, I think is great. I'm very proud of her for going that direction rather than, you know, I've seen it go other directions or people just go downhill, but she's kept moving forward for her kids and for the memory of Jared, and I think it's great what she's doing.
Kirsten says a year ago, she didn't know how she would even function without Jared, but in time, their family is finding its way, and Jared would be proud of how far they've come.
I know you'd be really proud that we are doing something good, that we are helping other people. Jared was always about that. You know, he was kind of shy and a little bit soft-spoken until you got to know him. Then he was a goofball. But he really genuinely enjoyed helping people. And so I think he'd be really proud of this and proud that we would have a part in something positive, that his death wouldn't just be negative, it wouldn't be the tragedy, it would be there's something good coming from that. And I think that would bring him some peace.
If you want to get involved and volunteer to help either build the Bexley boxes or donate, you can visit brideganfoundation.org. In Jacksonville Beach, Katie Jeffries, First Coast News, on your side.